2019. Will it be the end of superhero films? Also, we list all the things wrong with Teen Titans Go. Quint, say your thing.
All this and more on the hot... Let's just start that one over. Hello, and welcome to the Halfassed Approach podcast, that is. My name is Quint.
I'm Harry.
Today we're talking about... Well, let's just start in right with Teen Titans Go.
That's the show, folks.
There has been a lot of hatred about Teen Titans Go ever since the series came out. Those who watched the original Teen Titans and loved that, they were probably the ones that complained the most. And I really don't blame them, because if you watched the original Teen Titans and then watched Go, you realize Go is just, it's so much... Geez, I don't know. There's maybe one episode where they actually fight villains, you know? Like, most of the time they're just hanging around their T-shaped building and just BSing around and being really, honestly, just stupid. Yeah. And, like, I don't know. It's incredible how stupid Beast Boy is in Go. I would like to think that Beast Boy is not that incredibly stupid in the original one. Because, like, in Go, he has a crush on this girl who's actually, like, a villain or something. And it's way freaking obvious that she's not into him at all. But he's just, like, head over heels and just gives her the damn password to, like, their secret computer that has, like, all their awesome files. And, yeah, she just, like, steals all their stuff. Like, the easiest thing in the world.
Just to give you a little context here. First show, a raven sends the other Titans to the ends of the universe.
This sandwich better be worth it. You know how long it's going to take me to build a new hand with one hand?
Okay, that sounds kind of cool. Second show, Beast Boy takes a job at a pie shop so he can afford to buy Cyborg a birthday present. Why? I just want to know why. The creators of Robin and Batman are turning on their graves, except for I don't think they're dead yet. But
it's definitely meant for a much younger demographic than even when the original Teen Titans came out. I
just weep because the cartoon for Teen Titans, it had awesome storyline, awesome character development. It stuck pretty close to the comics. It didn't make any mention of Batman. It made mention of Gotham City. Didn't make any mention of Batman. Which I think is fine, honestly, yeah. Because, like, I mean, you want a separate series to kind of, you know, it's a spin-off, sure, but it's, you kind of want it to have its own story and stuff. You don't want it to be too heavily related on an already existing superhero or something. Sure, you could have, like, a cameo or something, or even just a mention. I did like how Go, they had a lot of Batman jokes in there. That was kind of funny. And they had Batman show up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. So.
But yeah, a lot of fans of the original series, basically exactly word for word what you just said. There's the original series had a lot more
depth. Yeah,
depth and emotion and drama and all that jazz. And you know, they actually fought villains, and there's actually, you know, I mean,
some violence.
Yeah, and this is me, like, who hasn't even really watched. I mean, I kind of saw it on TV back in the day a little bit, but I mean, I saw it, didn't see very much, but you can definitely tell there was definitely that stuff going on. It was a lot deeper. It was a lot darker, even. There was a lot more, like, as far as villains go, like a deeper bad guy story, and you know, maybe not the whole story's wrapped up in one episode. Like, it could.
Yeah, there were several two-part episodes. Like, you had Slade Wilson. That's how I first saw Slade Wilson.
I do like that's like an awesome villain, by the way.
He is. They didn't use the name Deathstroke because it's a little dark for a kid's show. This was made for, like, 10-year-olds. So they used the word just Slade. And I didn't realize it till later that it was actually Deathstroke. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, so I'm hoping there was a scene. Well, you explain it, because I actually haven't seen the end of credits.
I don't. So the Teen Titans Go movie,
which shouldn't exist,
but it does. Stan Lee makes a cameo in it.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he even literally says, "I love making cameos."
Hey,
Stan Lee!
I'm back. I don't care if it's a DC movie. I love cameos.
Not now, Stan Lee!
Excelsior!
which is kind of sad because he's no longer around. But you do have Slade as a villain. He's the main villain in Teen Titans Go. It's kind of like a joke thing. Like, they all just don't even take him serious. It's kind of lame. But in the very end, after the credits, it's kind of like, like if it was being broadcasted over the air and somebody like interrupts the transmission and puts in their own transmission, their own live feed or something.
Super.
Is it working?
I don't know if they are drawn exactly like the original Teen Titans, but definitely not the Go version Teen Titans.
Almost got it.
Hurry! There is not much time!
They need to know we're still here.
Booyah! We're transmitting.
It was, a feed of them, and I can't remember which one it says, but they're like,
This is the Teen Titans. Can anyone hear us?
I think they alluded something to, the Go version of the Teen Titans being like imposters or something like that.
We think we found a way back.
So that was at the end of that movie, and actually there's a preview if you buy the Blu-ray.
Let's give everybody what they really want to see. Titans, go!
When there's trouble, you know who to call. E-E-E-N-T-I-T. Teen Titans.
It looks like it's going to be a crossover between the original Teen Titans and the Teen Titans Go.
This is gonna be good.
Which I think is where that after credits little thing is alluding to.
They need to know we're still here.
I'll take a crossover. I mean, I'll take anything. The irony is, it's not like, I don't know, it's not like the actors left and it was creative differences. They're the same actors in Teen Titans Go. I think there may be one or two that's different.
Yeah, like
But
Cyborg
they're the same
I
actors.
think Robin, they're the
Robin's
same
the
voice
same,
actors.
Cyborg's the same. What's funny is that the guy who plays Cyborg has played Cyborg in a bunch of other things. Like, he played Cyborg in the Injustice games. He played Cyborg in, he's played Cyborg in a lot of things.
So he's got a pretty iconic voice then.
He's-
He's pretty universal
Yeah.
no matter where you go.
Yeah.
I almost want to say this crossover, I want to say it's actually a response to the community having such hatred against the Go version of Teen Titans. It's like, this is stupid, this is dumb, and I guess they're like, oh, hey, we can actually make money off of this. Let's bring back the original ones, and, you can bring up this huge crossover and a new story and everything like that. So
Especially with those who grew up with the old series like I did, starting to reach adulthood, they're starting to have some kind of influence. There's a reason that there's a lot of reboots happening. There's a lot of continuations happening, with shows like, Fuller House, and you got Roseanne, although that was canceled, but the spinoff was there. We can talk about that another time. But, but there's a reason that these shows are happening. It's because all of us are looking at our childhood and going, hey, I miss that show. I want it to continue. We're a very nostalgic generation.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really know. I'm just kind of pulling this out of the air. But it just seems like with how online streaming platforms are, they're like abundant now. Like, you can name more. I can probably name 10. Let's try. Okay. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Google's got, I guess, YouTube, like Red or whatever they're calling it now. They called it Red for a little bit. I don't know what they call it now, but
Facebook sort of has
Facebook has one. CBS All Access. Come on, I need 4 more.
BBC America.
Okay, guess they have one.
That's why I watch Doctor Who.
But there's 7 for you right off the top of my head.
No, come on, we got to finish this list. No, HBO.
Okay, yeah.
Showtime.
Okay,
Cinemax.
there you go.
There we go.
Thank you.
Ones that I wouldn't pay for, but
I don't know. HBO.
HBO is actually pretty good. We
There's
got
Game
the
of Thrones, and that's
we got the 30. There's a lot of boobs.
there's a lot of awesome stories too.
Yeah,
It's an awesome one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we watch it.
I watch it for the fighting,
For the stories.
not because of Daenerys's boobs.
So, I mean, we got 10 streaming services right there. What's great is that Hulu has a lot of old shows that are actually quite good.
Yeah, that's the thing. So Netflix obviously started it, but there's so much more now. And they're all trying to create their own original content.
Which I think is the wrong move for him, personally.
Well, it's kind of cool to be like, hey, I already have Netflix, and this is a Netflix original. But yeah, if you so HBO is kind of annoying there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just freaking Game of Thrones. There's
Big Love on there.
There's another
Remember
one.
the
I
show
can't
Big
remember the
Love
name.
about the polygamous family?
Oh no, Whitney was watching one. It was My Five Wives or something.
My
Let's try
Five
it.
Wives.
Yeah, it was about he lived in Utah, polygamist, had 5 wives. It was just mostly about him and his family. He lived in what looked like, I can kind of recognize the mountains. It looks like
Like Cedar City kind of thing?
no, it was like kind of west of Payson.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
that's what it
Way
looked
down
like.
there.
Because you looked like, I'm pretty sure there's one shot, it was like a wide shot of like the valley, and I'm pretty sure it was Spanish Fork Canyon. Like I could see the mouth of it. So I was like, ooh. Like I paused the show and I was like, squinting at it. There's a lot of streaming platforms out and about now, and they're all trying to create original content. And you're not trying to fight for a little slot on a network that's broadcasted over the air anymore. You can. It doesn't matter if you got a slot in real time because you can just upload it to your streaming platform that you've contracted with, and they'll advertise it for you, and people will watch it in their own time. And I think because of that, we're able to. It's not as hard to put something up there, and it won't. It's not nearly as big of a deal if it doesn't take off as well. It's not like Netflix themselves is exclusively producing their, Netflix original. It's a studio that they hire or contract with to make that production for them, and then they contract it so they'll only put it on Netflix.
My trouble is, I personally think they'd make more money buying rights or leasing rights to different shows that they don't have, instead of kind of producing their own stuff. I don't know. That's me personally. That's how Netflix got big, was getting rights to other shows. And then it starts putting all its money, or a lot of its money, into, producing its own content. And I just feel like that's a bigger gamble. Because now I go on Netflix, other than Parks and Rec and The Office.
I mean, it was definitely different growing up. Like, it didn't matter if you've seen the episode of The Simpsons or whatever. Like, if it was playing on TV, you had no control over when you could watch it. It was like you sit down and you just stare at the TV
Your
right then
life
and there.
revolves around-
Yeah, your life revolves around the screen.
Yeah.
But it's so much different today. Like, I personally don't even watch any type of over-the-air TV. Like, it's all
Yeah,
streaming.
I cut the cord.
I don't even have one, I don't even have an antenna.
You know that CBS and NBC and ABC are still out there on the airwaves somehow.
And that's why
you
CBS has
get
got
the
the
bunny
CBS
ears.
All Access
Yeah.
streaming platform, which is not that great, honestly. But, I do want to watch Star Trek Discovery, so I'll pay the $6 a month while it's airing.
I'll take the 30-day free trial if it's something I really
Yeah,
want
there
to
you
watch.
go. Yeah, you binge that, and then you cancel before you have to pay. But yeah, we're kind of getting off topic with streaming platforms and stuff. We were talking about, Teen Titans Go, but we wanted to get a little bit more into superhero movies, TV shows, just productions in general. It's like an explosion. It kind of started, back when I was a kid, like in the early 2000s, and it was kind of a big deal to be like, oh, look, a superhero movie. And I guess that's not the very beginning of it, because I can think of Batman's clear back to like the 60s, but that was like every so often, every, like decade or so, they come out with a new one. But now it's like, you got several a year coming out.
Like, for example, let me give you some numbers here. So in 2018, there's 6 live-action superhero movies. So 2017, 2016, each had 7. 2015 had 3. 2014 had 4. 2013 had 5. So it stayed about
About the same,
about
but yeah,
the same. It's
you
going
get,
up
you get
a little
several a year.
2019 will have.
Six? Oh, Hellboy's coming out. That's crazy too.
Yeah. As such, 2019 was supposed to have only 9, but as each of the films, why can't you just give me a number?
This is on a Screen Rant, by the way.
I love Screen Rant. Such a good
Except
website.
for when they rant about not
They
giving you
rant
numbers.
if
X-Men, they're
unless
coming out with another X-Men, huh?
I guess so. Dude, they keep doing X-Men all over the place. Ooh, there's a Spawn movie coming out? Yeah, so looks like there's 10 coming out.
Jeez, more than the last decade, basically.
Yep. So we got Hellboy, Glass, X-Men Dark Phoenix, Captain Marvel, Shazam. I love Shazam. Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home, New Mutants, Joker, and Wonder Woman 1984.
If I can just splurge about Glass for a second.
Sure.
It looks pretty cool, because it's, if you remember M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable.
Sure.
It's Samuel L. Jackson, that, he played just Mr. Glass, I think, in that movie. But it has him, it has the guy that Bruce Willis played in the same movie, but then it also has the newer guy what was it called? Anyway, basically he's taken a few of M. Night Shyamalan's movies that he's put out, and he's merging them together, and it looks interesting, but I'm a little skeptical because, like any M. Night Shyamalan movie, you watch the preview, and it's like, that looks so awesome, and then you watch it, and it's like a big disappointment. The only M. Night Shyamalan film that I wasn't disappointed with was The Sixth Sense, his very first one that became big.
Solid. Oh, yeah.
And then everyone after that was just kind of like,
Yeah.
and then even more as they progressed, it's just got more, just to the point where it's like I didn't even bother going out to look for him. Like Lady in the Water, what the hell?
Lady should have stayed in the water.
Should have freaking stayed. So, I mean, basically, yeah, we got a lot of superhero films coming out all the time. And this is just movies. We have countless. There's several Netflix originals that, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, The Defenders.
They all got canceled.
Did they?
Well, Defenders, they weren't going to do another season of. We kind of knew that because it wasn't as big as they wanted it to be. Iron Fist wasn't surprising. It wasn't that great. It wasn't well received by fans.
I got to the second season, and I'm just kind of petered out. I'm like,
Luke Cage, I wasn't surprised, but others were. I wasn't really into Luke Cage.
Yeah,
so
so
that got
three
canceled.
episodes in.
Daredevil, I was shocked. I was shocked that they canceled Daredevil. Daredevil was a great show.
I really like Jessica Jones, especially the first season.
Jessica
First
Jones
season was awesome.
I don't think they'd canceled her
Second
yet.
season was okay, but it does seem, it was like, how could you top Kilgrave, honestly?
Yeah, exactly.
So
they canceled Daredevil. Okay, they haven't canceled Punisher, and they haven't canceled Jessica Jones yet. Yet being the key word. Because I think it's just because they're so dang popular that I don't.
Yeah, they're gonna milk
they
that.
will, yeah. But here's the thing, though. I'm a little worried. I think personally that the bubble is going to burst. I think the bubble is going to burst very, very quickly.
Because it was definitely a thing, like having new superhero movies come out all the time. The last big one I remember that I was pretty excited about was Guardians of the Galaxy, because nobody really thought that was going to be a really cool movie. Like, it was a pretty decent comic, but like,
But no one knew it.
How could you have the Rocket character? Like, how could you put that into a live action film and have it be good? But they actually pulled it off. But anyway, that was the last one I remember being really good, and that was I was really excited about. That is definitely one of my more favorite ones. But now it's just like you can expect one every couple months now. I mean, look, we got 10 coming out in 2019. That's almost every month.
Which, as a comic book fan, is awesome, and I love the fact that that superheroes and comic books have become mainstream. I like that. I think that's good. The more people enjoy this form of art, the better. The problem is, as something becomes bigger and more popular, the bubble's going to burst, and then we're going to get none of it. People
just won't be as interested. I mean, honestly, when was the last movie you can think that you were just way excited about that came out?
Avengers.
Okay. So that was within the last year. Good job.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I said Guardians of the Galaxy. That was
like
a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Like 2016, I think was the second one that came out. I was excited about that one.
I hate to be a downer. I would give it somewhere between 1 and 3 years.
I'll give maybe a little bit longer. But
when
yeah,
it's
I'll start to...
burst.
I'd like to think... I don't know. I would not like to think that it would start to come down. But I kind of think it's almost inevitable as they keep producing all the superhero content. Like, everybody's going to be...
Everything is superhero now. I have not seen the show Titans, but I've heard both good and bad things about it. I think as more shows like that come on to mainstream channels, like as CW keeps doing shows like that, where they already have The Flash, they have Arrow, they have Supergirl, they have Legends of Tomorrow, I honestly think it's going to be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, there might be a decline in the near future.
But
Like-
do you think it's going to be one big pop and they're just going to
No,
profits are going to just stop?
No, it'll be gradual. I think. A lot of things too. It's like Jessica Jones, and especially Iron Fist. It's like not even really a superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's more of a kung fu movie,
Yeah.
and it's more just a drama, like kind of like a teen drama sort of thing. You watch it for the drama, and occasionally he punches the hell out of somebody or something.
Yeah. But that's
Which keeps you interested if you're a guy, but yeah, it's more just kind of
and
drama.
Jessica Jones, she's a girl who kicks ass. I mean, that's why I watched it. She was freaking cool. And that's
Well, she's got a lot of drama too. And,
Yeah.
But then, like the second season with her mom, kind of, I don't know.
but,
Kinda,
and that's
it's like, oh,
but I
geez,
feel
come
like
on.
that's why the superhero genre has worked so well. That's what they've done. They've turned, hey, this is a superhero movie into, hey, this is a like Captain America: Civil War was kind of a spy thriller action movie, and the Avengers films were superhero movies.
Marvel Runaways. I haven't watched the whole
I
season,
haven't seen any of
but
it.
I've seen the first several seasons, and it really is just like a teen drama. There is some superhero powers in there, just
Like-
not a lot.
If Degrassi got superhero powers,
If Degrassi,
you've never heard of Degrassi?
Uh-uh.
It's this really stupid old high school TV
okay.
show, just total '90s drama. Anyway,
Okay, well, yeah, but it is more of a drama, and it's not so much about the superpowers anymore. It's just about the drama, which in a way is cool because they've humanized these superheroes. They're kind of like the whole Spider-Man thing. It's a superhero that has real issues that you can relate to, and that's probably why they take off, and that's why these are such a big hit. They're just regular dramas that we always like to watch, but now they're just occasionally have some superpowers that they use in them.
so you think it'll be a slow decline?
I mean, there's a big fad for a lot of things, and like back in the 80s there was freaking weird fantasy glitter fest movies. That was a big deal back then, like freaking Legend or Dark Crystal, that sort of stuff. And you can't, of course I can't not mention The Labyrinth. Bowie! I'm sure they'll milk it out as long as they can.
Yeah.
Any franchising does that now, but I kind of think I wouldn't be surprised within the next few years people start to see just kind of a... Because, I mean, where can you go with
Decline.
Avengers now? Like, it's cool that they've had so many videos of all these superheroes kind of being in the same universe and interacting with each other, and, one story kind of picks off of another movie's story.
I think
But
Avengers
how much longer
Endgame-
can you keep that up?
I think Avengers Endgame is going to end it. They've made the Marvel
title.
Exactly. The Marvel execs have said that they're kind of starting to be done with superhero team up movies. Well, the only
I think society, the community, might be getting done with it too, honestly.
I still want them, but I
Well,
mean,
yeah, it's cool, but like I don't know. Personally, it's just hard to follow. But,
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So I personally still want them, but I understand why. It's having the same problems that newcomers to comic books have. There's so much backstory that you have to go to that you can't just jump right in.
It's almost like you have to take like a freaking class now.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
a college course or something just to catch you up on the freaking universe of whatever you're trying to... Like, you literally have to study.
Yeah.
The-
You have to watch all the movies
Of course, then again, we've had superhero movies for
forever.
since the 60s at least, maybe longer. I don't...
Since the old...
We've had Superman cartoons back in like the 30s.
Yeah, since the super old Batman and super old Superman
But
stuff.
definitely within the last 20 years, I would say so many more have been produced.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's also because of the help of CG and stuff. Like, that was a technology that was never before existed, so it's opened up so many possibilities.
Yeah.
It's made a lot of great films that were never possible before possible.
It's a good time to be alive. It's a great
sure.
time to be alive as a comic book fan. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for listening to the half-assed approach. If you want to pull up the notes so I can read the thingy. If you want to find us on other platforms, I'll let you know how to do that in a second.
I can't... Where is it?
It's over there.
Where?
It's right there.
Oh, why is it? Oh.
If you want to find us on other platforms, we are on Twitter at halfassedpod, facebook.com/halfassedpod, patreon.com/halfassed, and Patreon.com/halfassed. You can give us a few dollars, help improve our studio right now. Right now we're just kind of in a basement, and we could always, throw a few dollars our way. Anchor.fm/halfassed, or on Spotify if you want to listen to us. Or check out our YouTube channel so you can see our beautiful, sexy faces.
We also do games. We'll play games on that channel as well.
Yes, we do.
Which is something that's kind of a favorite of mine.
Yeah, they're a favorite of mine too. Let's see. We're on Spotify, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Casts, and Castbox. Anything else you want to add?
You bet. You just summed it up, basically.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Have a good one.